at the moment, energies are telling us to sit in it, to expand our sense of now from a place of calm, smooth strength. If you've been doing the work spiritually on yourself, if you've been paying attention to the messages, you will understand that for a lot of us who have that feeling of knowing that we're here for a reason and that life is more than what it appears to be on the surface level, those of us who feel like old souls, or that we have lights, purpose, connection, that feel the energies. If you've been going through periods where it seems like you can't catch a break, or karma seems to be seeping through into your life, understand that as the higher energy comes through, it brings up all the darkness, as we know, right? All of our shadow stuff. It activates people. So whether that's yourself and you get angry, agitated, or other people around you get triggered, it's something within you that's activating their reactions, because you are absorbing the light so much more deeper than some others, and the darkness in them is bringing about shadows which, if they are in an unconscious state, they will not understand what is happening and just get into trigger reactive mode. Sometimes that energy comes your way. When you understand that there are deep karmic energies and lessons that come through for a higher, deeper meaning and purpose, and that when you acknowledge them and work through them to then move beyond them, then you will notice consciously that when that energy dissipates, because you have done the work and you've gone through the whole energy journey of it consciously, maybe not all the time consciously, sometimes a little bit unconsciously, and that's okay too. If you've gone through all that and you're at the other end of it, or you're nearing that other end, understand that you are doing the work of a million lifetimes in this one, and that's what you came here to do. And by going through all those patterns and journeys that you have been, and as you know, there've been quite a few, so by going through them, you are doing your part in the world, and that's exactly what you came here to do. Or at least it's a part of your overall purpose in this lifetime. And it is a big part of what your soul came here to do, knowing very well, be pre-incarnation, that you would be here at this very moment of time, even though sometimes in your life, in recent times or the last several years, you have felt like, what the F, and this is not how I imagine my life to be, or the world to be, or what's going on. And ironically, when that light turns on, at once your dormant DNA is being activated and you step into your mission, whether you know it or not, or semi-know it. When you're on the other side of it, it will then begin to make more sense until the next round. There has been some really big karmic patterning, and if you've been with me for a while, you know that karma is not something that I have talked about before, or at least not often. An imprinting that is a big part of our life in terms of the timeline journey from birth to now. And if we work through these very big things, you might come to realize that you're doing a big part in your ancestral heritage healing. And that goes back so many lineages. And or your own soul's lineage / other people around you and their lineage. Imagine if a whole bunch of people on earth were carrying within them a whole lot of karmic patterning and energy and ancestral stuff. And what if this big blinding light is allowing them to work through those cycles to come through to the other end? And what if big time healing and transformation were taking place, especially for some more than others? What if on the other side of that was a whole new bright world and way of being and doing, almost like a blank canvas? Because the line that I've been getting time and time again for several weeks now is, who am I without all that stuff? Who am I without that story? What if that story was just an illusion that kept playing like a tape recorder? What if I don't want to listen to that anymore? What if I don't want that tape recorder to exist, let alone keep running in my life? For some, it's like you have wiped that whole repeated tape clean and you've pulled it out and it no longer exists, or you're on that way, you're on the track, getting close to it. And for others, it's just a matter of sinking into the consciousness of that and knowing and understanding what patterns have been playing out time and time again, like a broken record. And the angels say, broken yo-yo, up and down and up and down and round and round the loop. What if you were conscious of it and knew that you could just pull it out, that if you dealt with it, that you could close that chapter of your life and collapse those old, dated, worn out, no longer relevant, depending on the perspective you take, timelines? Who are you without all of that? That's something to think about as you go out on your walks and throughout your days. Who am I without that? And hopefully that will help move you towards that direction. If you're not already walking that way, then starting to see the possibilities. Deep karmic cleansing. Are you up for it? Bigger and higher than ever before. Are you ready to enter this whole new space? Who am I without all that?